You remember it clearly. The conversation, the promise they made, the thing they said that hurt you, but when you bring it up, they look at you like you are losing your mind. They tell you it never happened. They say you are remembering wrong. They twist the story until you start doubting yourself, and the worst part, you begin to believe them. This is not confusion. This is not a simple disagreement. This is a calculated attack on your sense of reality, and it has a name. What you are experiencing right now is called gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation so subtle, so precise, that most people do not realize it is happening until they have already lost themselves. They are rewriting your memory, erasing your truth, making you question everything you know to be real. But here is what they do not want you to understand. This only works if you stay in the fog. By the end of this video, you will see the invisible mechanics behind this manipulation. You will understand why your mind feels like it is breaking. You will learn how to protect your reality without confrontation. And most importantly, you will stop doubting yourself. Because once you see how gaslighting actually works in the shadows of your daily life, you cannot be fooled again. Your memory is not broken. Your reality is not unstable. Someone is just trying very hard to make you think it is. Let me show you how they do it. Gaslighting is not just lying. It is reality distortion. A liar tells you something false. A gaslighter makes you doubt your ability to know what is true. They do not just deny what happened. They deny your perception itself. They attack the foundation of your mind. The term comes from a 1944 film where a husband dims the gas lights in their home. When his wife notices, he tells her the lights never changed. He convinces her she is going insane. This is exactly what is happening to you. Someone close to you is using your trust against you. They are weaponizing your need for connection. They know you want to believe them. They know you want peace. So they exploit that desire. The mechanism is simple but devastating. They contradict your memory. They do it with confidence. They do it repeatedly. They do it until you break. And here is the key. Gaslighting only works in isolation. It requires you to trust their version of reality more than your own. The moment you see the pattern, their power begins to crack. So let me take you inside a real moment, a moment where this happens. Picture this moment. You are sitting across from them at the kitchen table. The light is dim. Your heart is racing. You can feel the tension in your chest. You bring up something they said last week, something that hurt you deeply. You remember it word for word. The tone, the look in their eyes, the way your stomach dropped when they said it. You speak carefully. You try to stay calm. You just want them to acknowledge it. But they do not. Instead, they look at you with confusion, then concern, then something that looks like pity. They say they never said that. They tell you that you are twisting their words. They suggest you are stressed. Maybe you are not sleeping well. Maybe you are being too sensitive. You feel your reality starting to slip. You were so sure. But now their certainty is louder than your memory. They reach across the table. They touch your hand. They say they are worried about you. They say this is not the first time you have remembered things wrong. And in that moment, you feel it. The ground beneath you disappearing. Your mind scrambling to make sense of two different truths. Theirs, spoken with such confidence. Yours suddenly feeling fragile and unreliable. You leave that table questioning yourself, not them, yourself. This is how it feels. This is how they erase you. One conversation at a time. The first mechanism they use is called contradiction with confidence. Gaslighters do not hesitate. They do not stutter. They do not show doubt. When they deny your reality, they do it with absolute certainty. This confidence bypasses your logic and hits your emotional brain directly. Here is what happens in your mind. Your brain is designed to seek consensus. When someone contradicts you with total conviction, your mind enters a state of cognitive dissonance. You hold two opposing beliefs, what you remember, what they are telling you. Your brain hates this tension. It wants resolution. It wants peace. So it starts looking for ways to make both things true. Maybe you did misunderstand. Maybe you are remembering it differently. Maybe your perception was off. And here is the trap. The gaslighter never offers compromise. They do not say, maybe we both remember it differently. They completely replace your truth with theirs. The visual is simple. Imagine your memory as a photograph. They do not argue about what is in the photo. They tell you the photo never existed, that you imagined it. And when someone does this repeatedly, your mind stops trusting its own camera. The second mechanism is called strategic isolation of incidents. Gaslighters never let you see the pattern. They make each incident feel separate, disconnected, random. When you confront them about one thing, they focus only on that moment. They never acknowledge the history. They never admit to repetition. This keeps you trapped in a loop. You keep thinking this is just a misunderstanding, just one more miscommunication. You never step back far enough to see the web. Think of it like this. Imagine you are standing in a dark forest. Someone keeps moving you 3 steps to the left, then 3 steps forward, then 5 steps back. Each move feels small, insignificant, easy to dismiss. But if you could see from above, you would notice something. You are walking in circles. You are never getting out. You are just going deeper into the darkness. This is what gaslighting does to your mind. It keeps you focused on individual trees, so you never see the forest. The pattern is the proof, not the single moment, the accumulation, the repetition, the systematic dismantling of your reality over time. Once you see it from above, everything changes. I need you to hear this. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You are not remembering wrong. Your mind is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is trying to survive in an environment where truth has become a weapon. What you are feeling right now is not weakness. It is your nervous system screaming that something is wrong. That confusion you carry is not a flaw in your perception. It is evidence of the manipulation. Normal relationships have disagreements, but they do not leave you questioning your sanity. They do not make you feel like you are losing your grip on reality. If you constantly feel like you are going crazy around someone, you are not going crazy. You are being driven there. There is a part of you that still knows the truth. It is buried under layers of doubt and fear and exhaustion. But it is there. That voice that whispers something is not right here. That instinct that makes you want to document everything. That feeling that you are walking on eggshells in your own mind. Trust it. That voice is not paranoia. It is clarity trying to break through the fog. Now let me give you something practical. Something you can do without confrontation. Without drama, without alerting them. Start keeping a private record, not to prove anything to them. For you, write down conversations immediately after they happen. Include dates, include exact words when possible, include how you felt. Do this in a place they cannot access. A private note on your phone, a journal they do not know about, an email account you send notes to. This is not about gathering evidence. This is about anchoring your reality. When they tell you something never happened, you will have your record. You will not need to convince them. You will just need to convince yourself that you are not making this up. Second strategy, create distance in your responses. When they contradict you, do not argue. Do not try to make them see. Just say okay and step back mentally. Watch what they do with that. Often they will push harder. They will try to make you agree with their version. This is proof. Someone who genuinely misremembers does not need you to adopt their memory. Someone who is gaslighting does. Your reality does not need their permission to be real. Remember that. The moment you stop seeking their validation for your own experiences is the moment you take your power back. They can only erase what you allow them to touch. Guard your mind like it is sacred, because it is. Subscribe to the channel and do not stop at this video. They are still using tricks you have not noticed. The next video will show you how they do it, and once you see it, you will never see people the same way again.